Welcome to the Western Community Global Opportunities presented by the WIU chapter of the Phi Beta Delta International Honor Society. Phi Beta Delta is an organization dedicated to recognizing and encouraging achievements in the field of international education. The purpose of this program is to promote international understanding by giving students, staff, faculty, and community members who are involved in internationally focused endeavors an opportunity to share their knowledge and experience.
Hello, and thank you for tuning in. My name is Rich Kangro, Music Education Professor and Director of the Community Music School here at Western. Today I'm honored to be interviewing the prestigious President's International String Quartet. Welcome all. So these are some of the top musicians at Western, and I'm excited to get to know them, and I think we could start by introducing yourself with your name, your instrument, and where you're from. So, Natalie?
I'm Natalie Hernandez. I'm from Mexico and I play the cello.
I'm Vlad Hontila. I'm from Cluj-Napoca, Romania, and I play the violin.
I am Luciana Hontila. I play the violin and I'm as well from Romania, his sister.
My name is Georgi Hatalov and I'm from Georgia and I play viola.
Welcome. We are also honored to have their coach slash mentor, Professor of Viola, Dr. Istvan Szabo. Glad
Hello.
you could make it.
Thank you. Good to be here.
So how did you all learn about WIU and coming to this program? I'll ask Vlad and Luciana.
Well, Dr. Julieta Mihai, the Associate Violin Professor at WIU, sent the word to the conservatory back in Romania. And I was the first student to find out about it. And I wasn't sure if I want to leave everything behind and come so far to do my studies, but with the support of my family, I took this big step and here I am, and I'm very fortunate to be part of this 4 years full scholarship and part of the quartet.
Well, we're glad you came. So how is life at WIU different than where you're from, Natalie?
Well, since I come from Tijuana, that's a city in Mexico and it's in the border with San Diego, California. So I basically grew up with the American culture too. So, I mean, it's not a big shock of culture coming here for me, since I've been speaking the language a little bit since I'm little and traveling to the United States too. So it's not that different from where I live. Just maybe the people are very different.
Sure. So where you live, was it like a city or was it more rural like it is here?
It's a city.
Oh, a city. So this is a bit different then.
Yeah, well it is. This is a little town, so.
Yeah, yeah. And so we get applicants from all over the world, but I'm excited to hear how do we come about finding these fine players and how do they end up coming here at Western?
Well, we use social media to advertise this wonderful opportunity, which is so unique. Not very many institutions in the United States offer full scholarship for undergraduate international students, and we are very proud of that. But also we are using our personal connections. For instance, Dr. Mihai sent the word to the Cluj Conservatory, and just as it happens, Dr. Mihai, me, and the father of Luciana and Vlad went to school together. And so we use personal connections. Knowing people is important in this business, and that's how I recruited other students. We all recruit for our studio from different parts of the world.
And so, Georgi, way in the back there, so you came from Georgia.
Yeah.
So this is south, like United States, Georgia, right? This is
Atlanta.
near Florida? No.
It's the Republic of Georgia in the Eastern Europe.
Gotcha. And so what is life like there? I mean, it's different than here. I think you were from the city too?
Yes, I'm from the capital, so it's like almost 2 million people, so I'm not really used to in small towns, but it's nice here also.
And is it flat there like it is here?
Here is flat. There are a lot of mountains. Yeah.
And so why did you come here to Western?
It was like my dream to study alone, like to study abroad in Europe or in America. So I got the scholarship here. So I was like, I'm going right now.
And we have a great viola professor here too. So that would be a good reason to come.
Yes, thank you.
So thinking about coming to the U.S. and thinking about your country, are there any misconceptions that we might have about any of your countries? Luciana, do you want to?
Yes, I think I had the most fun part to listen to these misconceptions. I was in my communication class talking about Romania as part of my speech, and I was asked if we have technology back there, and I didn't know how to react, but we told them, yes, we're exactly like you are. We have everything. And another question was if Romania would be somewhere in Asia, and I asked, do I look Asian? And they realized that it would be somewhere in Europe.
So it sounds like you're all saying that just having this President's International String Quartet is a good way to learn geography for us, because you are from everywhere, right? And this is great. Natalie, do you have anything that you think that we have misconceptions about your country, Mexico?
Well, yeah, I've been stumbling upon people telling me or asking me how dangerous is Mexico, or about the drug cartels, or about how poor people are over there. And sometimes I feel it's really sad for me to listen to all of this, because people are just assuming a lot of stuff about Mexico, and they're just limiting themselves to know more about the culture of Mexico. And because when you say Mexico, yeah, that's what it pops into your mind, the drug cartels. And I mean, yes, we had like this little civil war with them from 2006 to 2012 maybe. But I mean, I don't think that organized crime is just something specifically for Mexico. I think that's all around the world. And as far as concerning poverty in Mexico, we're the 15th place in global economy. So we're actually not that poor. It's just that we have a lot of corruption.
Right, and misconceptions, it sounds
Yes.
like. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. There's problems all over the world, not just Mexico. So, Vlad, you perform in this wonderful quartet. So can you tell us some of the performances that you've done here as a member of this group?
We have performed with the quartet in many, many events, mostly regarding the university events. We are participating with the quartet every year at the President's House, basically welcoming the new students with beautiful quartet music. And we participated annually at the military ball here at Western. We go to several master classes, trying to gather as much musical knowledge as we can. And recently, we had a big accomplishment. We participated to the MTNA competition in the finals, and we took the second place. And we are participating in many events, but all of them are regarding the school.
Yeah, I think one of the most fantastic performances that I saw, it was just a small part for you, but it was a big deal for us, was at the Illinois All-States concert. And you performed with the choir, in which my daughter sang, actually, and she loved it. But I was very proud of you because you guys were so professional and you played so well, and I think it was a great showing for the School of Music. So thank you for doing that. Keep it up.
Thank you.
So can you describe a rehearsal with Dr. Szabo? What happens in a rehearsal? How does a string quartet prepare for some of these great performances that you guys do? Anybody?
When we have rehearsal with Dr. Szabo, usually before rehearsal we know when the rehearsal will start. It will be a serious rehearsal, and we will work a lot, and we will try to accomplish as many things as we can in 2 hours. So it's very efficient usually. And
We always go for small details, since in competitions it's very important to bring your own, print, your own image of the quartet as individuals. And I think this was one of our good parts when playing in the national competition. The jury, one of the members, told us that, you can see that we enjoy. You look like you've been playing for so long together, and we've been together only for 6 months as
Right.
4 members. So I think it matters what you transmit, and this comes from small details that we do in rehearsals with Dr. Sabo.
That's
Yeah, and we also rehearse the character a lot with Dr. Sabo, and I think that's super important because that's what let people know what are we trying to say when we're playing. And he always points out, and then he sometimes dances to us a little bit.
So are you going to dance for us today?
Well, in order to project the character, sometimes you have to dance.
Yes.
We might be seeing that in the next interview. So what are you working on now?
We finished with the competition, and we still have to perform the repertoire that we played in the competition to a master class in 2 days. But after then, I think we will get together and decide to a new repertoire.
So what is some of the repertoire that you're preparing?
We didn't think yet for the master class.
Yeah, or for what you've done so far?
We were preparing Beethoven first, Opus 18 and American Quartet, Dvorak. And I think we will prepare some of the Beethoven movements for the master class.
I can't wait to hear it. So you've talked about how you prepare as a quartet together, and you've reached such a high level of musicianship at this point. But in your countries, can you describe how you got to this level, the music education that you received? I forgot who I was supposed to ask that, I think. Is it Luciana and Vlad? Can you start?
Answer that. Yes, we can all answer.
Okay.
We have High School of Music, and high school for us is from the 1st grade to the 12th grade. So it's basically middle school and everything together. We do music. We do general education courses as well until I think 11th grade, and then only music, from harmony to theory to everything related to music, even counterpoint in high school, orchestra, violin lessons with various teachers, and chamber groups as well. We started to do chamber groups. So I think music is part of our culture. We start from very little age. I started when I was 6, and I haven't stopped since then.
So when you start at 6, do you start with vocal music, or did you start with your instrument, or how did
Instrument.
Instrument
And of course with a little bit of oral skills and theory to see where you are. So
Theory
you know
is
if
taken very
yes.
seriously in Romania,
Really?
which is I think very important.
So what is theory? What do you mean by that?
Theory,
Music theory. Yeah.
yes, regarding dictation, oral skills, harmony, forms, and everything that's part of theory in general,
Everything.
musical theory.
Everything about music.
Yes.
Yeah. Georgi, is that similar in your experience?
It's the same in Georgia, yeah. So it's like basically it's separate musical school, which I was studying there since 6 years old, and all the classes, different instruments, second instrument, and
Wow.
a lot of work.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's similar because all over the world they have this similar model of that you have school for a bit, and then you go to your conservatory and you have some solid study in music education, and that helps purport their culture and helps support people knowing where they're from, right? And they can apply that to the music that they perform. So here's an interesting question I'm wanting to know. What food do you miss the most from
All
your
of it.
country? All of it?
Everything.
All of it.
I
So
would say soups.
soups.
Yes,
Like what kind of soup?
I miss soups the most. All the soups that
Yeah.
we make, especially what my grandparents are making and my mother is making home. All the soups. I really miss the soups.
Like what kind of, what like ingredients are there? Do you have, is there beef or vegetables?
Yes,
or
beef, vegetables, chicken soup, and it's a big variety.
Yeah, but there's a certain
It's a
spice
big
it sounds
list.
like you miss. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. What about you, Natalie? What do you think?
I miss my grandma's food so much.
Mm.
She makes the best Mexican food ever. I love it so much, and I also miss this. I haven't seen it here in the U.S. In San Diego they sell it because it's very close to Mexico, but here more in the north part of U.S. I haven't seen this. It's kind of like the leaf of the cactus, and we cook that, and we put tomatoes and onions and cilantro and then we eat it in tacos. And I really miss that so much. And also, we have this other thing, it's called, I think it's corn smut, and in Spanish is cuitlacoche, and that is basically a fungus that grows on the corn. And when you cook it, it's very dark and a little bit gooey,
Yeah.
kind of. And it's so delicious, and I miss that so much.
You're making us all very hungry. Vlad's thinking about his soups, but he's willing to come over to your place to have some of this. Georgi, what do you think? What do you miss the most? Food.
A lot of it, but like two my most famous thing for me are like hachapuri. It's like it looks like pizza, but it's made from cheese. Yeah, it's very delicious.
Can't go wrong with that.
I really miss it. Yeah, and hinkale. It's like a big dumplings. Yeah, they're awesome.
So you're going to be cooking this for us after this interview?
I never cook this. I just buy it. Here I just cannot buy it.
So I just have one final question, because as much as we'd love to keep you here forever and ever, because you're fantastic, what happens after Western for you? Luciana, what do you think?
Since I'm graduating in a couple of months, I have been applying to master schools. I'm waiting for answers for scholarship offers or assistantships or TA, anything that would help me financially. And of course, after masters, I'm going for PhD.
In violin performance?
Violin performance, yes.
Wow. Yeah, Georgi, what happens to you?
Probably the same. I haven't decided yet, but probably I'll go studying PhD in viola performance.
Fantastic. Natalie?
Well, after this master's degree, for sure.
Masters in cello performance?
Yeah, in cello performance.
Yeah, yeah. Vlad?
Well, I will finish my undergrad years. I will definitely continue pursuing my master's studies, and after PhD in violin performance.
It's fantastic. Well, it's been great getting to know all of you, and thank you for your leadership with them, because
My pleasure.
yeah, we need to hear more of you, more performances. It's fantastic. So thanks for your time today. And we are now at the end of our interview. Thank you to the members of the President's International String Quartet for taking the time to chat with me. And thank you to all of our viewing audience for joining us for this edition of Western Community Global Opportunities, presented by the WIU chapter of the Phi Beta Delta International Honor Society. For more information on how you can contribute to upcoming episodes of this program, please contact the Center for International Studies at 298-3734.
Thank you for watching Western Community Global Opportunities, presented by the WIU chapter of the Phi Beta Delta International Honor Society. For information on how you can contribute to upcoming episodes of this program, please contact the Center for International Studies at 298-2485.